Dopamine detox. I've been doing it for the past 5 days now. I've learned some practical stuff from it through the process, through actually doing it seriously. And if you are here for the typical edited iman, gadzhi, guru type stuff, like hyper-stimulating videos, edits, and all of that, this is not it. This is like a complete raw, unfiltered, opinion-based video where I am gonna tell you some things that not like no other influencers talk about, right? So it's going to be raw. It's going to be it can be a long video, like 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, but I guarantee you, if you stay until the end, you are gonna get so much of insight from this. You're gonna learn so much. This can be the single most like important video that you're consuming today, whatever day it is, even when you're watching this. So let's start with the first thing. Why did I get motivated to do the dopamine detox? And I've been doing it for the past 5 days. So I kind of found myself in a rut, right? I was waking up without any intent. Like I was waking up sometimes 9 a.m., sometimes 10 a.m., sometimes it was 11 a.m. And I honestly, it was disappointing, right? It was not something that I expect from myself. I've always been an early bird, and I've always been someone who likes to wake up early and get stuff done like early on in the day. Secondly, I was kind of I had these big goals in my mind, right? So I'm an agency owner. I work full time as a software engineer as well. I'm building my own personal brand on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, full time personal branding agency owner, all of that stuff. Okay, and I have these big goals. I have these tasks that I've tracked, like mapped out on my to do list, and there's so much of work that needs to get done. But I wake up, the usual. I scroll through my phone, notifications, all of that stuff. Get a cup of tea, then get into my job mode, like daily calls, all of that stuff. And this was going on, and throughout the day, I was consuming a lot of cheap dopamine, right? So like Instagram reels and all of that. And I essentially wasn't able to work even 1 hour a day on high leverage tasks, high needle mover tasks. I wasn't able to do it. I it completely destroyed me mentally, because when you hit a point in your business, it's like you're going, like you're getting clients, you're hitting your new all-time high revenue and all of that stuff. You kind of get that god complex, and you get that superiority complex that, okay, I know stuff and I figured out everything. But when stuff like this happens, when you get into a rut, you lose a few clients. I'm still working with a few clients, but I've churned a few of them. For personal reasons, they decided to leave. I decided to not work with them anymore, just because it wasn't like all of that stuff. Okay, it's business stuff. I don't want to talk about it. So this started taking place, and I am a heavy introspector, like whatever you call it. I like to reflect. I like to self-reflect. I like to introspect. I like to analyze. I like to see patterns, that what it is that what is it that is going right. What is it which is not going right, which is going in the wrong direction. I want to fix. I want to get done. All of that stuff. And on a random Tuesday, I was like, okay, this needs to change. And I know what work needs to be done. I know what I need to do in order to progress, to make more money, to grow my personal brand. But the reason why I'm not doing it is because the self image that I have is so shit. It's so bad. I haven't kept promises to myself. I haven't acted to what my potential is. I haven't worked hard since so long, that the negative momentum that has kept building up from this process, it's so high, that to build neutral momentum, where I'm not thinking negatively about myself, and then from there building that positive momentum, it's gonna be so difficult that I just avoid the process as a whole. Like I don't want to do it. And this is exactly why I started the dopamine detox. I started a rigorous protocol where I'm not allowed to consume any form of cheap dopamine, like no shorts, no reels, no Instagram scrolling, no YouTube videos as well, no music while I work out, and almost every form of cheap dopamine was cut off from my life. And I was meditating, I was journaling, I was writing my goals, I was doing all of this, I was tracking how much I worked, everything on a daily basis, and I did this for around 14-15 days. And um, and I did this for 5 days. Okay, and it was not very bad, but it was bad. Okay, when, like, but it was not very bad, but yeah, it was bad. It was something which my brain hasn't gone through in a long period, right? So I didn't know how boredom felt. I didn't know how thinking felt, because I was so immersed into the autopilot mode of my life that even thinking about, like, deliberately thinking about doing something was a task. And that is possibly the worst position you can be in life, that you want to do something, you know your potential, you know you can do everything right, but just for this negative momentum kind of reason, you aren't able to do it. So I decided to hop on this protocol, and it's day 5 today. It's almost like it's 7 p.m. right now, and it's done. Like, day 5 is done. Do you need a dopamine detox? First thing, if you are stuck in a rut, 100%, yes, you need a dopamine detox. Second thing, if you see yourself, if you catch yourself scrolling, doom scrolling, wasting 20, 25, 30 minutes behind just cheap dopamine and all of that stuff, and just scrolling your life away, and you're not able to deliberately see what your attention is, like what kind of things you're prioritizing on a daily basis, 100%, you need dopamine detox. The first thing is, you need to understand that this protocol is not sustainable. You cannot go on all your life without watching reels, especially if you're watching this video, because if you're watching this video, you know me. Even if you don't know me, you stumble upon this video because there is something in your algorithm that is pointing towards a channel which is targeting towards personal branding, founders, all of this stuff, right? So you can't escape social media. Okay, and not watching YouTube videos, not consuming any short form content, not consuming any cheap dopamine, your whole life is not sustainable. It's not gonna happen that way. Okay, so what I want you to do is, and what I found kind of effective for me, is that hop onto such a protocol for 5 to 10 days. Anything in between you can hop on, but minimum is the like is 5 days, right? You can't hop on this protocol for 3 days and expect to see some changes. It's not gonna happen. Hop on this protocol for 5 to 10 days, whatever it is. Like, you can hop on for a week, you can go 10 days as well, depends on how bad you want it. Once you do it, once you complete this protocol, you're gonna find hundreds of dopamine detox videos, and on YouTube you can see all the protocols on all of that stuff. And what I want you to do from there, once you complete this protocol, I want you to convert it into a sustainable lifestyle. A very interesting thing that will happen when you complete this protocol, or at least approach completion, is that you're gonna see your brain reprogramming in real time. Okay, past in the past, what used to happen was that whenever I used to come home from office, I used to automatically, like, my brain used to go on Instagram, scroll. It was a habit. It was programmed. My brain didn't know what to do. My brain didn't know what to do instead of scrolling Instagram. It was so programmed. It was so rigid in my mind. I didn't know what else to do. Isn't that bad? My brain didn't know what to do instead of scrolling Instagram. So what happens is, when you hop on this program, is that you are reprogramming your brain. You are reprogramming how you think. You're reprogramming what your habits, what you think in real time, right? And once you hop off this protocol, you'll see that whenever you are, like, let's say you come home from a long day, it hurt. When you come home from a long day, you come from, like, it's been a long day, it's been a hard day, it's whatever it is. Okay, you're gonna see that your brain isn't automatically routing you to Instagram or routing you to cheap dopamine and all of that stuff. You are actually thinking. You're getting the ability of thinking back to you in real time. Thinking is the most basic. It's the first thing that you do, right? It's the first thing. It's what you do all day. But you somehow lost your ability to all of the algorithms and all of the big $1 trillion companies And now, because of dopamine detox, because you decided to change your life, you're getting that ability back. You're able to think clearly. You're able to know. You're able to deliberately make decisions on what to do. And even if you don't master anything else, if you master this one skill of being able to think deliberately and able to make decisions not on autopilot mode but intentionally, you are gonna get ahead of 99% of your competition. Actually, this is a concept from this book that I've been reading. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, this is the book that I've been reading for the past few days, few weeks, and it kind of motivated me to start doing a dopamine what's a detox? Detox. You can just search it up on Google. You can buy it, and in order to get that ability back, you will have to do a dopamine detox. You'll have to do something that gives your brain space, room for thinking, room so that you have to create boredom so that your brain can think, so that your brain doesn't just go on that autopilot mode and just do whatever your monkey brain is telling you to. You have to think like a human, you have to act like a human, and once you gain this ability back, I guarantee you your life is going to change for the better. And this is the single most important advantage that dopamine, like doing a dopamine detox, has gave me: the ability of thinking, which was far gone because I was stuck in a rut. Of course, there's all of the other things, like it makes you calm, it reduces your anxiety, it kind of brings back the joy of working again and all of that. But the most important thing is thinking, and it gave me the ability back. This was it from my side. There's going to be a lot of videos pumping out in the future. If you are a founder, if you're a business owner, or even if you're a freelancer, if you're someone who's just starting your personal brand, it's going to be amazing for you. I want to treat this channel as somewhere I document my experiences. I tell you my learnings. I convey whatever it is that I'm learning on a daily basis from my life experiences, and just want to provide value to you. Just want to impact your life in whatever way it's possible for me. So I'll see you in the next one. Let's get back to work now. There's a lot of videos there's 3 YouTube videos that need to be shot right now after this video. So I'll probably grab another cup of coffee and get back to work. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.